What's up, guys? Made some changes. If you haven't been following my stories, this car's changed a lot. Got the coilovers finally on. I guess if we're continuing off my last actual video, not the story, I was still running the stock suspension. So got the S3 coilovers on, have it adjusted to a good track height, not too low. I wanted to keep the geometry of the car pretty stable and good. So did the coilovers, picked up a bucket seat from my friend. So that looks good. Got this going. Not really any changes besides probably replacing those bolts. They're a little rusty, so. Need to get in alignment. Sorry, just drank my coffee. Need to get in alignment, and then we're good to go. Got an autocross event next month, but I kind of wanted to update with the issues I was having. So it was mainly 3 issues. One was I was having an idle issue. The second one was my cluster wasn't lighting up, and the third one was it was that my blinkers were lighting up when I would brake. So let me pop the hood and I'll show you what I did to fix the idle issue. Okay, so for the idling issue, on the manifold, there's two different valves. I believe this one is just controlled by coolant. So as the coolant warms up, the valve's gonna close more, I believe. Not 100% accurate, but I believe this one's mostly driven by coolant. And then this one back here uses coolant as well, but it's controlled by the ECU. And so I wanted to lean on those being my issue. And so I started off with this guy, and this is a different one that I bought. And it's kind of a giveaway that this is on as to what my issue was. But so this is the one that's controlled by the ECU. You can see it's plugged in right there. It's got 2 coolant lines. The first thing I did was I replaced it with this. It didn't help at all. So then I was watching some videos. There's one, Eric, the car guy. He was talking about how to adjust that valve as it loosens over time. You can tighten it back up. So I tightened that up and everything got actually worse. My idling surge wouldn't go away. Before it did go away, now it's just all the time. It would not, doesn't matter. After it warmed up, that's when it would start and it wouldn't go away. So I went back to this guy right here. Maybe it was that, or maybe it was a vacuum leak. So I went ahead and just pulled off the whole entire intake manifold, changed out the gasket for that guy, and then the throttle body. And I did clean this all up and clean the runners, clean everything on the inside. A lot of carbon buildup, but actually looks pretty good now. So anyway, so when I was doing that, I unbolted that and I set it to the side because there's coolant lines in there. So funny enough, when that was happening, this is what I saw. Kind of, you can imagine that just sitting there with the coolant lines, is there was no gasket on there. And so then I looked this up when I purchased it and it said no gasket included. And so I was like, okay, well, that's an issue. That's a vacuum leak. So I went ahead and just put the old one back on because it probably was never an issue. And I'm saying probably, it was not an issue. There's nothing wrong with it. So I put it back on. I replaced those gaskets, everything back to normal. I drained the battery, I unplugged the battery and I pulled out the fuse. I wanted to reset the entire ECU because it was learning off of that vacuum leak, and probably over time it would correct itself, but I just wanted to get everything set up properly. So pulled that fuse out, waited about like 20 minutes, put it back in, connected the battery, topped off my system, because when I took out my throttle body, there's a couple coolant runs in there. And I let the system run. It was a little bit better, but it didn't fully fix the issue. So I do remember in the past that, and it's how you learn, I was touching a lot of things on here. So I know I did touch this screw on here that does the throttle body. And so I unplugged the IVAC, adjusted that, and my idling was, before I did that, it was at like 1,000 to 1,100. So a little bit higher than where it needed to be. So I dropped that down, I think going counter. I think it's clockwise to go down and counterclockwise to go back up. So with the RPM where the needle sits. So anyway, I adjusted that to OEM, pretty much right under 1,000 RPMs. So about the 600, 700 RPM. So adjusted that, and then I did the same thing, pulled the fuse out, waited, put everything back together, started the car again. I still was letting the system bleed, but I let the car run for 15 minutes, didn't touch it, and it was great, no issues. It's running, driving good, no surging, RPMs come down just good. Yeah, so that's I mean, that was a major issue, but it's all working good now. So then my other issue was the blinkers, and so this was another issue for me touching things. I don't think I see it, but here it is. My first track event, I had a complaint, which was very valid. My brake light wasn't coming on, and so I'm gonna make it work. And I disconnected the blinker bulb from the reverse light, which is, I believe, this guy, single terminal, and the brake lights require a 2-terminal. And so when I would brake, it would back feed, and that's what was causing that going on. So I replaced it with new ones, as well as I replaced some cheap LED ones that looked like just did not look good. So that immediately fixed my issue. And then my third issue was that my cluster wasn't lighting up, and I think I overdiagnosed this one. I thought it was a grounding issue or wiring, and I can't even tell you how many times I pulled this dash in and out of frustration. So as simple as it was, it was the dimmer switch the whole time. So as much as I didn't want to think it was just that, because I diagnosed it, it was that, and that's fine. I was checking the resistance of it, and I thought it was good, but it was actually a little bit lower than where it needed to be. So ordered a new dimmer switch, put it in, and now we're good. So like I said, I think the only thing that this car really needs right now is an alignment, and then we're good. There's some little things I would like to do. Well, I guess I did a tow hook to the crash bar in the front and rear. It's right there. It's kind of tucked in. I'll pull it out when I go to the track, but two things. I mean, it's safer. It's good, and they have something to grab onto if they need to, and I like the look of it. I think it looks cool. And then I got my HK exhaust on as well. It sounds really good. I have a video clip of that, so in a story. I think I just posted it. So and then one of the things I would like to fix is My steering wheel is a little, that hub's short, so I'd like to get a quick release. My knees are hitting right there when I try and do a heel toe, so that's not really an option to do so, but it's not the end of the world. I'll drive it. I would like to get a hybrid racing shifter so I can have it extended over a little bit, because it's good, but I'm fully extending my arm to shift, and it's not super comfortable, and it would be nice. As well as, I mean, I do have this, which would be really cool to use. I've had it since a couple previous builds before, and it's just chilling in its box, waiting to be used. It's a nice shiny guy. Had it for a couple years. It's just sitting there, waiting patiently. So eventually I'll get that hybrid racing shifter. And I've had it before and I like it. It feels pretty damn good. So, and it's not that this shifter is bad or anything. This shifter is great. I've done some modifications to it to make it tighter, as well as I did the detent springs, the hybrid racing ones. But yeah, I mean, it's not like crazy. There's play, but it's very notchy. It feels good. Goes in each gear. Never any question there, but it's more of just I would like it to be kind of maybe like right here. So, but yeah, that's it. Got an autocross event next month, so that should be the next video you guys see, unless I decide to make like a driving around video. But just get the alignment and we're good to go. So I will see you guys on that video. See ya.